Many Muslims have excuses. They say that when we speak to the non-Muslims, they tell me that mind your own business. I tell them, if some non-Muslim tells me that mind your own business, I will tell him, that's what I'm doing. It's my business. It is the business of every Muslim to mind other people's business as far as dawah is concerned. It's the business of every Muslim to mind other person's business as far as removing shirk is concerned. So that's what I'm doing. So when someone says, mind your own business, that's what I'm doing. This is my business. It's the business of every Muslim to be a da'i. At least a part-time da'i, if not a full-time da'i. I'll give you an example. Suppose if you're going on a hill station, along with a family, and you have 2 kids, a girl and a boy, and your boy, Ahmad, 4 years old, while you're talking to your wife, and a small kid, Ahmad, 4 years old, he slips away from you and is going towards the edge of the cliff. Now, by the time you realize that he's missing, he's already gone far away. And then you see him that walking close to the edge of the cliff. You want to shout, Ahmad, be careful, you'll fall down. But your voice cannot reach him, far away. There you see an elderly gentleman at the edge of the cliff with his hands folded. He's admiring beauty. You want to shout, Mister, Bhai Sahab, save my son, he will die. But your voice cannot reach him. This elderly gentleman, he looks at your son, he smiles at your son, then continues admiring beauty. Your son is coming closer to the edge of the cliff. This man again smiles at him and admires beauty. Next step he takes is over the cliff, and he falls and he dies. I am asking the question, will you or will you not blame that elderly gentleman for not saving your son? Will you or will you not? Only thing he had to do was stretch his hand. He didn't even have to take a step forward. Only thing he had to do was stretch his hand, and your son would have been saved. Will you blame him or not? Yes or no? Yes. But when you tell him, why didn't you save my son? He will say, I was minding my own business. He's right. He didn't push your son, did he? Did he ask your son to jump? No. Why did he be blamed? Did he push him? No. Did he ask him to jump? No. But yet you will say, he at least had wisdom. God gave him wisdom. My son, 4 years old, Masoom, innocent. What does he know? Yet you will blame him. Will you or will you not? Of course. Same way, on the day of judgment, these mushriks, these non-Muslims, on the day of judgment, they will blame the Muslims. They will catch your collar. That when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when Almighty God gave you hidayah, why didn't you tell us? On the day of judgment, these non-Muslims will blame the Muslims and tell that why didn't these Muslims who Allah gave hidayah to, who Allah gave guidance to, why didn't they correct us? It is the duty of every Muslim that he conveys the message of Islam to the non-Muslims. Suppose if you have a neighbor who's a mushrik, and if you have not conveyed the message of Islam to him, and if he dies, Allah will ask him on the day of judgment, why didn't you accept Islam? He will say, Ya Allah, Bari Ta'ala, no one gave me the message. He said, I gave the message directly to you. You did shirk, you'll go to hell. Allah will ask you next, did you convey the message to your neighbor, non-Muslim neighbor? And if you say no, you will follow him. You will follow him. It's the duty of every Muslim that he should convey the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to those who are not aware of it.